Welcome back to Simple Spoken English. Today we are going to talk about something very important: how to overcome your fear and speak English naturally with confidence. Many people around the world can read English easily. They can understand English movies, read books, and understand when someone speaks to them. But the moment they have to open their mouth and speak, they freeze. Their mind goes blank, and their heart begins to beat fast. If this happens to you, please remember that you are not alone. Feeling hesitant is completely normal when you are learning a new language. Today, I want to share the inspiring stories of people who faced the exact same problem and successfully transformed their speaking skills. By listening carefully to their journeys, you will discover practical steps and daily routines that you can start using today to build real confidence. From these stories, we can understand a very powerful truth. Fluency does not come from memorizing hundreds of grammar rules in silence. It comes from opening your mouth and using the language every single day. If you want to transform your English speaking skills, here are simple practical habits you can start right now. First, practice speaking out loud to yourself every morning. Stand in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, and talk about your daily plans for just 3 to 5 minutes. Describe what you will do today, what tasks you need to complete, and how you are feeling. Hearing your own voice speaking English is the fastest way to build familiarity and confidence. Second, read aloud every single day. Find a simple story, an article, or even a short paragraph, and read it slowly and clearly out loud. Pay close attention to your pronunciation, the flow of the sentences, and where you naturally pause. This simple exercise trains your tongue and mouth muscles to produce English sounds smoothly and effortlessly. Third, start collecting everyday phrases. Whenever you watch an English video or listen to a conversation, write down useful, full sentences. Do not focus only on isolated words. Learn how whole sentences connect together in real life. Practice repeating these phrases until they become completely natural to you. And most importantly, stop worrying about making mistakes. Making mistakes is not a sign of failure. It is absolute proof that you are trying, learning, and moving forward. Every single fluent speaker you hear today once struggled with hesitation, fear, and awkward pauses. The only difference is that they did not give up. They kept speaking, day after day. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small step and trust your daily practice. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and believe in your progress. You can do this. Thank you for listening, and keep speaking with confidence. Now let us talk about the story of Liam. Liam worked as a software professional in an international company in Singapore. Technically, Liam was brilliant at his job. He could write complex code and solve difficult technical problems with ease. But during team meetings, he almost never spoke. Liam understood everything his manager and colleagues were discussing. But whenever he had a great idea to share, fear took over. He would start translating every single word in his head, trying to make sure his grammar was completely perfect. By the time he was finally ready to speak, the conversation had already moved on to the next topic. This made Liam feel invisible. He watched other team members get recognized and promoted, simply because they could communicate their ideas clearly and confidently. Liam knew that his silence was holding back his career. He made a firm decision to change his approach. First, Liam stopped aiming for perfection. He realized that in real life, clear communication is much more important than flawless grammar. He bought a small notebook and called it his phrase book. Instead of memorizing long lists of single vocabulary words, he wrote down complete, useful sentences that people commonly use in business discussions. Phrases like, "In my opinion, we should test this first," or, "Could you please explain that point once more?" Every morning before work, Liam stood in front of the mirror and practiced saying these phrases out loud with energy and confidence. Next, Liam joined an online English speaking club. The members in the group came from different countries, and all of them were trying to improve their spoken English. In this friendly space, nobody laughed at mistakes. Liam was able to practice expressing his thoughts freely, without any pressure or fear of judgment. After just a few months of steady practice, Liam noticed a massive transformation. During company meetings, he began speaking up without hesitation. His manager noticed his active participation and clear ideas. Before long, Liam was selected to lead client presentations with complete confidence. Let us begin with the story of Sarah. Sarah moved to Australia to pursue her higher education. In her home country, she had studied English for many years. She knew all the grammatical rules, could read complex articles, and scored high marks on written tests. However, on her very first day at the university, she was shocked. When her classmates and professors spoke, they used natural expressions, fast rhythms, and casual phrases that she had never seen in her school textbooks. Whenever someone asked her a direct question, Sarah panicked. Her throat felt dry, her heart pounded, and she could not produce a single full sentence. She was terrified that if she made a grammar mistake or mispronounced a word, people would think she was not smart enough. Because of this fear, Sarah began avoiding social interactions entirely. She sat at the back of the lecture hall, walked straight to her room after class, and ate her meals alone. After a few weeks, Sarah realized that staying silent was isolating her and hurting her studies. She understood that waiting for her English to magically become perfect before speaking was never going to work. She decided to change her routine and take action. She started with a simple daily practice called the shadowing technique. Every evening she put on headphones and listened to short, clear English audio recordings. She listened to one sentence, paused the audio, and repeated the sentence aloud. She did not just say the words. She focused on matching the speaker's speed, intonation, and rhythm. Next, Sarah began practicing self-talk at home. While preparing breakfast, washing dishes, or organizing her desk, she narrated everything she was doing in simple English. She would say things like, "I am making tea right now," and "Next, I need to open my laptop and read chapter 4. This simple habit trained her brain to think directly in English without translating from her native language first. Within a few months, Sarah felt a noticeable shift. When her classmates spoke to her, she no longer felt a wave of panic. She could respond naturally, contribute to group discussions, and make friends with ease.